This is Impact NJPW Multiverse United 2 full show results video, which takes place at 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the show started with a match between Joe Hendry, Yuya Uemura, and Heath vs Master Wato, Rocky Romero and Ryosuke Taguchi. And the result of this match was Joe Hendry, Yuya Uemura and Heath won the match by pinfall when Yuya flies off the turnbuckle with a crossbody and covers Taguchi for the 3. The next match happened between Kenny King vs Yoshinobu Kanemaru for the Digital Media Championship, and the result of this match was Kenny King defeated Yoshinobu Kanemaru by pinfall with the Royal Flush finishing move and retained the Digital Media Championship. Then we saw a backstage interview of NJPW Strong Women's Championship Julia, and Emily May asked Julia that she is going to defend the title for the first time in the United States. How does that feel? Julia replied in Japanese, and then she said she is coming for everybody. The next match happened between Chris Sabin vs Frankie Kazarian vs Rich Swann vs El Desperado vs Mao vs Bushi vs Kevin Knight vs Yo, and the result of this match was Chris Sabin won the match when he hits the cradle shock on Yo and gets the pin. The next match happened between Jack Sabre Jr. and Shane Haste vs Eddie Edwards and Moose, and the result of this match was Eddie Edwards and Moose defeated Jack Sabre Jr. and Shane Haste by pinfall when Haste sidesteps Moose and rolls him up for a near fall, and Eddie kicks Haste from the ropes, so Moose spears and pins Haste for the win. Then we saw a match between Julia vs Deonna Purrazzo vs Giselle Shaw vs Momo Kogo for the NJPW Strong Women's Championship, and the result of this match was Julia won the match by pinfall when Julia hits a Northern Lights bomb on Shaw for the 3, and retained the NJPW Strong Women's Championship. Momo strikes Julia right after the bell, but Julia hits her with a driver in return and she celebrates her first win in the United States. Then Kenny King cuts a promo backstage, and he said again he proved in front of the world and retained the most prestigious world title, and next week he will prove again when he beats Uncle Johnny Swinger for the title. Then we saw a match between Dookie vs Sami Callihan, and before the match, Callihan gets on the mic and says it feels like we've been missing some hardcore action tonight, and he pitches this to be a South Philly street fight, and Dookie agrees to it, and the match started. In the end, they both stand on top of the chairs, and Callihan grabs a handful of Dookie's crotch before hitting a big cactus driver 97 on the chairs, and Sami won the match by pinfall. The next match happened between TJP and Francesco Akira vs Robbie Eagles and Kazuchika Fujita, and the result of this match was TJP and Francesco Akira defeated Robbie Eagles and Kazuchika Fujita by pinfall when both hit a double running knee strike. Then we saw a match between Bullet Club vs The World, and the result of this match was The World defeated the Bullet Club by pinfall when PCO goes to the top for a PCO assault, and DKC tries to splash on Finlay, but he gets his knees up, and Finlay powerbombs DKC for the win. The bell doesn't stop them as Bullet Club continues beating people down and clearing the ring until they're left standing tall. The next match happened between Lio Rush and Trey Miguel vs Mike Bailey and Hiromo Takahashi, and the result of this match was Lio Rush and Trey Miguel defeated Mike Bailey and Hiromo Takahashi by pinfall when Rush goes for final hour, but Taka gets his knees up, he dumps Rush into the corner and tries for time bomb, but Rush low blows him while the ref deals with Trey, and Rush pins Takahashi for the win. Post-match, Bailey checks on Hiromu as Lio cuts a brief promo, and Lio says he's not the only champ around town and he wants more gold, and he makes it clear he wants the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, and Bailey was not pleased because he thinks he will get the title shot first. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Alex Shelley vs Hiroshi Tanahashi for the Impact World Championship, and the result of this match was Alex Shelley defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi by pinfall when Shelley drops Tana with an air raid crash from the top. But somehow the ace kicks out again, and then Shelley picks Tanahashi up for shell shock, and that secures him the 3 count, and retained the Impact World Championship. Post-match, New Japan officials hand the Impact World title to Shelley and the champ celebrates, and the show goes off the air.